Oh, darling! Oh, darling! Did you know I'm running on the spot? Oh, my darling. Oh, she's running away as well. Oh, catch me quick, she goes. Oh, darling, what do you think about Rishi Sunak? Do you think he's lovely?
No, he's a bit of a snake.
Oh, so he's not like a pocket friend.
No.
No, you don't take him anywhere.
No.
Do you realise he's got really big boots?
Boots?
Yeah, he's got really big shoes he wears.
No, that's probably like a clown. You probably not fit in them.
He is a clown. But anyway, and also, have you seen his trousers?
No.
They're all half mast. He sits down.
Schoolboy trousers.
You can see his flesh. Oh my giddy aunt. If it was the 60s, it would be like pornography. It'll be, crikey, it'll be censored like Elvis Presley, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. So is this video about Rishi Sunak's dress sense?
Actually, no. Because Rishi Sunak, he was being interviewed this morning by Nick Ferrari, a.k.a. Maybe a fascist. Anyway, a.k.a. Nick Ferrari of LBC Radio. Well, Nick Ferrari just let him do his thing, he did, yeah.
What, dig the hole?
Yeah, he kind of dug his hole. But I don't know about you, darling. When I was listening to him this morning, it feels to me that he's had elocution lessons.
Well, so you said. I didn't listen, so I
you didn't.
really
You haven't listened at all, so no. I'm mumbling on, and I, and you ain't got a clue what I'm talking about, really, do you?
Not really, but never mind.
We'll do the flow, shall we?
Yeah.
We'll wing it, shall we?
You tell me about it.
I'll tell you about it. Well, basically, I think that he's had elocution lessons, a bit like My Fair Lady. He's been walking around with books on top of his head. Yeah. Top Popley, he has. Yeah, top Popley.
Popley.
But also, how to control the conversation. How to be the dominant person in an interview where he's been interrogated by callers. And all you want to do is talk over them and not allow them to get a word in edgeways or cut them off. In fact, he's patronising and rude.
But that doesn't sound like elocution lessons, because you'd have thought that'd be a bit more clever than that.
Yeah, I think it's more about controlling the conversation. Controlling the narrative, you could say.
Yeah.
That's what I think is happening there. Because quite frankly, what I was listening to this morning was flipping awful. Now, one guy phoned in, right? His mortgage has increased by £1,300 a month.
Wow.
That's the next, to £2,800 a month.
So it's doubled.
Well, it was not doubled.
Nearly, nail on.
Well, it was a lot. Yeah, nearly nail on. Yeah, I would probably say so. And so this guy's ahead saying, "How can you help me?" So all that Rishi Sunak was going on about was about a charter that was agreed with the Bank of England. Not Bank of England, with the banks. It was the Banking Authority. You know, the Banking Authority, I think it was. And basically what it meant was that the banks would have to allow the mortgage holders to extend their mortgage time, so the period of time they pay their mortgage for.
I see. So instead of doing 25 years, changing it to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the other suggestion he made was that, which lies under this charter thing, which about a month ago this was done. And the other thing, sorry, I'll get the worms out in a minute. The other thing was that to have an interest-only mortgage, you're just paying the mortgage and not the debt. Well, that makes...
Well, neither of them make sense, because if you're only paying the mortgage and not the interest... Well, the interest,
not the mortgage.
Not the mortgage. You're not reducing the mortgage at all. So you end up with years and years more mortgage, or that'd be very expensive later on. And the other thing you said is increasing your years. That's okay if you're young enough to do it.
Yeah, but that's almost like if you endowments and stuff years ago, and the endowment never, got to a stage where it wasn't actually covering the mortgage. Can you remember that?
Yeah, we tried one of them, didn't we?
We did, and we changed our mortgages as a result. But both these suggestions, all they're going to do is push the debt down the road.
That's not actually helping the people pay pay. It's just increasing their debt over a longer time.
Of course the banks are going to agree to it, because they're going to make more money.
Yeah, because they've got to get interest on the money was not paid.
Stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stupid. Now, Rishi Sunak, right, what he actually said in this interview to the caller, he says it'll save you money. How does it save you money when it's actually going to cost you more money?
How is it saving money?
It's what?
That can't possibly save money.
You might not be paid. It's all about words, isn't it? You've got to be careful with your words.
He's meaning, we'll give you another 5 or 10 years on your mortgage, so that'll reduce the cost of your mortgage, so we're saving your money there. But you're
not saving any money.
You've got to pay it for another 5 or 10 years.
You're just deferring it. It's not saving.
So you're not saving, you just, like you say, yeah. definitely right.
No, yeah.
Did he have any more nice comments?
No, that was about it. Then he gave the usual spiel about bringing the inflation down. It was so patronising. That poor bloke. Crikey, he must be desperate. He has 4 kids as well.
Oh.
And he's extending the mortgage. He'd already extended his mortgage to 35 years since that article came in last a month ago.
Can you do it more than 35 years?
I don't know how long you do it for.
Well, you can't do it beyond when you retire, so you can at 67.
Well, he's early 30s, so.
Huh?
He was early 30s, he was.
Yeah, but if you're early 30s and he's got 35 years, if he's early 30s and he's got a 35-year mortgage, that's going to be 65 at least if he's only 30.
Blimey.
So really, he can't extend it anymore, can he?
No.
That's not possible.
All it is, what he actually said, this guy said is, he says, what he said was, his response was, I suppose, I'm just going to have to pay it until I'm dead then. In the grave. I'm going to have to pay it until I'm in the grave. That's what he said.
Oh, probably. People are not going to be able to afford to retire.
Do you know also, Rishi said, it wasn't just about mortgages. Somebody else phoned in about the doctors and nurses.
Oh yeah, what did he say about that?
Some doctors. A doctor phoned in, and Rishi Sunak just gave him a hard time about, you want a 35% pay rise, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It's reparation. It's not a pay rise. It's just, they keep going about pay rise. This is not a pay rise.
Well, if he didn't spend so much money on stupid barges fail safety checks and
there is that too.
they can't use, then he might be able to pay the nurses and doctors.
Crikey, you're talking about the Bibby Stockholm, are you, Don? The Bibby Stockholm. What are they going to do with that? Are they going to have like these big inflatable slides coming out the side that got on the Ryanair?
Someone said something about a monument.
It is a monument. It stands a testament to Suella Braverman and Rishi Sunak. But the Bibby Stockholm.
The planes never took off and now the boat's not going to sail.
You think the iconic things like the Iron Fist and it's like the iron barge, the iron prison ship.
So have they rented it or bought it?
That's leased. That'd be leased. They bought it.
So, but they must have paid for so many lease years or something.
Yeah, and also they'd paid for any alterations because obviously it's been doubled up.
But why alter it before you do a safety check on it?
Have you talked about common sense here?
Yeah. And why even lease it before you do a safety check? Why don't you actually do a safety check before you even think about it? I'll
tell you why. Because common sense is no longer common. That's why, my darling.
Well, I'm not that bright, but I'd have done that
you're
first.
not bright than that. Don't do yourself down.
But I would have done that first. And then I thought, that makes sense. That makes sense. Something was meant for like 250 people couldn't possibly be pass a fire safety check if you're doubling the amount of people up. They've got to get out if there's a fire.
That's right. And also, don't forget, they're going on about I read somewhere where somebody said about the it's all right for refugees before. It's been used for refugees before. Not 500. Yeah, it's a 204 rooms. 204, and now they've increased the occupancy to 500.
See, if they kept it to 204, then that possibly would have been okay.
It would be better. But you've got to think, well, where do these people go in the case of a fire? Now, the other thing they didn't know where to go. You've got all these narrow corridors, full of smoke, very little ventilation. That's aeroplane. Yeah. Very little ventilation. Where's all the smoke? They'll be dropping like flies inside there before they even get anywhere near a fire exit.
Perhaps that's his idea.
And where you go fire exit to? The sea?
Perhaps that's what his idea was.
Or maybe. I won't be surprised. So, crikey. So they're all going to get off that boat from 2 entrances, which on one side, you've got like 2 entrances, one on one side, so 2 one side and 2 the other side. 2 on the other side actually just go out to the sea and 2 go to the port. So, and you're not going to get people out quick enough.
So, like when I was at school, we had to do a safety drill every so often.
Yeah. I imagine they would have to do that.
To see how long it took everybody to exit the building.
That might be a good test.
Well, wouldn't that be a good idea?
That would be a good idea. Where do you get all these people from? Oh, I know. How many MPs are there?
Yeah, put them all in there.
Stick them all in the Bibby Stockholm and do a fire drill. So 447 is that MPs?
Yeah, put them all in.
That'll do.
That'll do.
That's near enough.
Put them in.
and lock and weld the doors shut. That's what you do. And then you set it adrift. That's what you do. I've got a plan.
Yeah, but then you do a fire drill and see how long it takes them to get out.
Yeah, that would be a good one, that would.
I think that's what they should do.
Oh,
really good idea.
So anyway, he was going quite sidetracked onto the baby Stockholm, didn't we?
Yeah.
But there was also that's that. He's blaming the increasing basic. There was already millions and millions of people long waiting lists regarding the health service.
Yes.
And he tried to make out it's all to do with these people striking because they're not getting the wages they deserve.
Well, the way I look at it, that's not because the doctors and nurses are striking, it's because they don't want to give them a fair wage.
Yeah, and this is a policy from a very long time ago.
And just how difficult it was. I mean, my Dizzy was a nurse at one point, and he said you don't get 5 minutes to stop for your breaks half the time, or you want a wee and you have to sort of wait and things like that.
They rushed off their feet, poor buggers.
They rushed off their feet.
And
this is before 2018, so it's got to be worse now.
It got considerably worse with austerity and George Osborne's policy, and they got considerably worse rapidly.
Yeah, fair.
Because basically all pay was frozen. And obviously the doctors are not having this saying, so, well, I'm sorry, we want that back now. That's all they're saying.
Yeah.
You could argue the country can't afford it. Well, they probably can't afford it. Well, it won't be funny. We can afford spending huge amounts of money on stuff that ain't working. Money has been wasted on Rwanda and the baby Stockholm.
Also, we can't afford not to have the doctors and nurses.
Well, end of the day, Caroline, if you don't look after the people making the money, keeping them healthy, well, you're not going to make the money, are you? It's false economy. It's all... we've got pears. We've got pears. You've got to see if they're ready yet.
Oh no, our pears are all falling off.
That's the wind. That's the wind. We'll have to bring them in. They're red though. That should be ready. Got pears on the tree. Oh, they're falling off the tree because we've got this wind. Wind falls. Oh,
There's any more?
They're precious. There's one there underneath foot. There's probably some in the long grass as well.
Can't see.
I won't be surprised. I can see one. I'm sure it's loads. Oh my giddy aunt, we're losing our pears because of the wind. Oh, not that wind, no. Oh, no, not that wind. Shall I chuck them to you?
I haven't really got any arms, but...
Haven't you? What? What have you done with them?
There you are. Give me it.
What are they? No one here. Got to save the pear. Not the clock tower, save the pear.
I'll come out in the morning, that'll do for now.
Oh, okay, I've probably got ticks now, haven't I? I've probably got to get my groin. Got to crawl up my legs. Get on my left testicle. What do you reckon, Dan? Look at that.
Unhook Wally in a second.
Unhook Wally, looks this is funny. Is he pulling you?
I think I've touched nothing about it.
Oh, you can't actually. She's just trapped on her arm, look. Say that. Because you drop all the pears. This is like some sort of game of. It's like a plunk with pears. And then Wally's trying to mount Pandora. Wally, stop it! Oh dear, these dogs, what are they like? You got Pandora trying to mount Sebastian, who's a boy, and you got Wally's trying to. He's the only one to get it right, but he's too old to manage anything. What are they like, these dogs? Anyway, I think it was a very unfortunate interview this morning, darling. It was a very unfortunate interview for Rishi Sunak. He might think he did well, but to me, he looked. The perception of Rishi Sunak was that he was just patronising, rude, arrogant, and inaccurate. And Nick Ferrari did nothing at all to reprimand him. There, I've got Nick Ferrari here. There he is. There, he's gargoyle. That's Nick Ferrari. See? Yeah. What are you doing? You give me my microphone.
Bye everyone, I'm going in.
Okay, you're going in there. All right, ta-ta. Oh, okay. You got your pears? Oh, what a nice pear you got there, my darling. Oh, it can't be bad. Oh, you got another pear. Oh, crikey.
Can you pick the lead of some sort?
I'll grab the lead now. Anyway, I think you kind of got the gist, didn't you? I think you just got the gist. The gist is that Rishi Sunak is flipping useless, quite frankly. He's not achieving what he set out to achieve. His 5 points all failed. His 5-point plan. Yeah, he tried to make out he's got inflation down as well. Wasn't it about 0.5% or something stupid? Everywhere else, it's really come down. The United States, it's really come down. And they've still actually increased. They just recently increased their interest rate. The interest rate. So but the inflation is coming down. In the EU, the inflation's coming down. Even Germany's inflation's coming down, which obviously helps to bring the EU's average inflation down. So it's looking good everywhere else, but the UK's really dragging its heels. And Rishi Sunak tried to make you say, just trust me. Yeah, trust me, I'm Rishi Sunak. Yeah, I don't sign deals. No, well, actually, no, it wasn't exactly him. His parents' business, Emphasis, just signed a deal with BP, British Petroleum, for £1.5 billion. And whose family's business is that? Well, it's his family's business. Yeah, his dear wife gets dividends from Emphasis, and there he is, signing new deals for new licenses for oil fields. Yeah? You're not trying to tell me that ain't corrupt. There's something seriously wrong there. Ain't they lovely? Look at that. Oh, ain't they lovely? Little spiky, fistly things. I can't remember what they're called. But I imagine they're part of the allium family. We did have alliums in here as well. The big old globe of the alliums as well. They're all getting a bit tired now. The wind's been bashing the hell out of it all. But the lavender, but it's rather nice, isn't it? And the hibiscus up there as well. Got hibiscus. Hibiscus and the lavender with the bees on. And we get a lot of hummingbird moths. We do. It's rather lovely, I must admit, although it's getting a bit messy now. But I love all this spiky stuff. This is where it's blown down as well. This one here, look. Oh dear. Wind! Damages everything, it does. And here, more spiky stuff. Yeah. I like to stick that in Rishi Sunak's underwear. His little Y fronts. Yeah. Anyway, that's another idea, isn't it? And then the hibiscus there as well. So, there you go. They're plants. Nice plants, you know. I like plants. Except it's a bit of a mess at the minute. Yeah. Anyway, it's time for me to go, so I say to tell you no. And if you want to support the channel, you can do it on Patreon or buy us coffee, and the links are down below. That they are. Anyway, I might put this one up in the morning. Yeah, because about Rishi Sunak, he's not very nice. No. Anyway, have a lovely day. No, please. Can't all be miserable all the time, you know. I try not to be, you know, because life is too short. It really is. And when you're surrounded with negativity, and we are, let's be honest, with negativity and noise. Yeah. Come out in the house, it's quiet at the minute. Yeah, is it quiet? It's quiet at the moment. This is unusual. I can't hear anybody. Even the baby's stirring. There's a baby over there. Don't do it. You don't want one of them things, they're noisy. They poop and they wee. Yeah.
My baby doesn't poop.
Huh?
My baby doesn't poop.
He does.
He doesn't.
He doesn't poop at the moment, okay. He must be constipated. Oh, yeah, okay. Why has it gone so dark in here? It's isn't that dark in here, is it? It's really dark. It's probably my screen, actually. Anyway, it's time for me to go. My dear wife is eating jam.
I'm not.
Well, you just have a bowl of jam?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? A bowl of jam? It's homemade jam, man, so it's not too bad, is it? Yeah. What are you doing? My daughter over here. Been talking to you, girl.
Marcus.
In another video. Oh, she's got a... Oh, no, it's just have jam. That's my daughter. Is that thing. Where is
That
it?
thing.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. I made that. I failed. Failed miserably, I did.
I think Mum had the biggest part in making me be perfect, to be honest.
Oh, I had my contribution.
Yeah.
I put it in a turkey baster.
Yeah. I don't mean like thinking about your contributions. You're perfect.
On that note, I can say ta-ta, you know. You can say ta-ta.
Ta-ta.